graffiti. It almost looks like it was done in my hand. Did I do this? That graffiti from before. I never thought I'd see it again. Well, I think I was the one who did it. I can recognize my own handwriting. How long ago was this? Years? All the time I spent training, hidden away from the world. I think I must have wanted to leave my mark somewhere. Just to prove I existed. Even to myself.
There's creeps in cloaks creeping around down in the sewers. That's not really news, I suppose. There's always creeps in cloaks down there. That's not really new.
Should be for proper folk.
Vandals, vandals, where to find sandals? It's all here in the boldest most possessed. I was just playing.
This city has been in a downward spiral for too long.
Bloody ridiculous. Some folk must live a charmed life. Almost coming to blows over a pebble.
Nobody wants to read the riot act to a child, but, well.
The Society of Brilliance has quite the...
Oi! Stop a moment.
Fine. Come in then. You might as well meet the family.
Always good to talk, my friend.
Yes? Ask it. Oh, Maller's mark. Here we go.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too. Ooh.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home. She always brings the smartest people home, too.
Enough, Ryan. I taught you better manners than that.
No, you didn't.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained? In all this time she's been away? 7. The message went, "I'm sorry, you know what to do."
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young ones out of the city.
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant, yes? Yet here you are. So, what happened out there?
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult. Which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed? So fight. That's what all you heroes and harpers are for, isn't it?
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember? You'll keep a civil tongue under our roof if we let you stay at all.
Have mercy, sister. She's old, after all.
So old! She can stay, but only if she brought home presents.
Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things through with your family. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And wipe your boots.
Yes? I have given you much reason to think that Harpers hoard secrets like precious stones, but I promise you, this was not some intrigue. Just, plain and simple foolishness. As if by keeping clear of my family, I might keep them clear of the cult in turn. And if this fight were to go against us, well, we had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice? No. Quite the opposite, in fact. I hoped to greet my family when all the fighting was done. I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. They're Baldurian born and bred. The only damned reason I root myself in this place. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul that taints us with its filth and churns us out when all that is good has been stripped away. It also happens to be their home. And so it is mine. Ugh. That might be the first time I have said that out loud. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Ryan turn her ire on us both.
You haven't been poking around the top shelves again, have you, Jessam?
Of course not. Her diaries are off limits.
And written in code, too, I'm afraid.
I know. It's not a very good code.
I take no responsibility for your plants. You know I'm more of a mushroom man.
You've let my study turn into a thicket. Is this what I am hearing?
I tended to it. I just let it thrive in its own independence. You know, same way you raised us.
I raised you to be a sweet and kind boy. What happened?
I watched what you did instead of listening to what you said. This house has taken in a lot of children over the years. Mother dear was sometimes more commander than, well, mother dear.
Wards, family, lifelong irritants. Use whichever term you wish.
We were down the market when I was about 9 years old. Some merchant started in with the usual. Yes, but where's your family? Whose son are you, really? When Mother was done with him, well, let's say he won't have any sons of his own to worry about.
Nature's law in action.
I'll tend the sanctuary till the real druid is ready to return. Make sure that happens, eh? I'm still just an apprentice. I'll tend the sanctuary till the real druid is ready to return. Make sure that happens, eh? I'm still just an apprentice. I'll... Come on, Ferdinand. I just trimmed you.
That might be worth a look.
Yes? Ask it.
For any histories about this absolute?
I wouldn't bother.
It's just another cult. And cults are common as muck.
You say it with a wise jest.
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jahira! I didn't want to see if you were really dead. They said...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan. They didn't think I could hear.
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look! Not dead. I just... had a few adventures. Like,
Moonrise. Like the place from your stories, Jahira.
the very same. We can give that one a happy ending after all. Now, cub, solitude is a wonderful thing, but not too much. Come downstairs and fight with your sisters.
Wait. Here. I was... keeping this safe.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
Harper pin opens more doors than most. Come down to my study and see if you can figure it out.
Have Jessim drop one up. Maybe she'll even read it with you.
Jess. No. That's all right. I'm all right.
What if I tell her not to do the goblin voice?
I guess... that would be okay.
No arguing. Just tell me you're well.
I am well.
And Minsk?
We're working on it.
You'll get him back. I owe him a kicking for showing Fig how to throw hatchets. So, this cult. What's our plan?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms. There are other ways to fight.
Really? Like what?
You shame me. In all our hunting, I had put them from my mind.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're watched over if it comes to fighting in the streets. If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home to look after. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers among the cult. Be on your guard.
Huh. All right then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
Thank you for looking out for her. Now bring her back alive. She's too old for any heroic death nonsense.
Peaceful for the Romans. But for how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one.
Thank you for looking out for her. Now bring her back.
Well, some spirits do communicate in a rather obtuse manner. It could be inviting you to listen to the tale of its plight. A sepulchral beckoning from behind.
Suppose he should.
Must be good. Exercise caution. You do not yet know whether the spirit is malevolent.
What if it is malevolent? What if it's out to get us?
Worry not.
Pay no mind to those. You're probably safe so long as I am here. But if you do not trust me, take the weight from the pressure plate there.
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
Have no fear. The traps aren't meant for you. But, better to stick close, eh?
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
That put the wind back in my sails.
Get out!
I've got a long road ahead.
Yes?
No one stopped me yet.
Charmed, I'm sure. Won't know what.
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
Still alive, so that's progress.
The only patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us.
I bring word of gnomes.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence. I am training new ones.
Something good here, I hope. Be wary. This place is trapped.
Trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought.
Yes? Ask it. Keen eye. But if it's supplies you seek, there is nothing back there of worth to anyone but me. On my word, all you will find inside is dust. And the moldering keepsakes of a much younger woman. But then, perhaps I make too much of this. How can I beg privacy when I was not half so trusting on our first meeting? Pass then. Go on. See what it is a foolish old Harper thinks worth hiding away.
Don't give me trouble now.
How delicious. Easy.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Rite of the Timeless Body. An old druid ritual. I'd best ask Jahira about it.
Yes? Ah. The threat of spanking never kept the children from poking through my things. Why should it deter you? It is a ritual, or it describes one at least, practiced by druids of certain esoteric circles. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging, extend their life well beyond its natural reach. In greener days, I might have been strong enough to do it. I might be yet, with the right preparations. I make no plans, only contingencies. Do not look at me like that. I have been content to see the span of my natural years. A privilege far too few in this world can claim. I do not speak of clinging to life for its own sake, I just look back on that life's work and I wonder, is it done? The dead three plague the world still. The city still falls prey to small minds like Gortash or lost souls like Orin. It is every Harper's hope to be a light that drives out darkness. But I've lived long enough to see so many of those lights burn out, while the shadows cling stubbornly on. Knowing that, isn't it our duty to burn on if we can? To fight for as long as we are able?
You're preaching to the doomed choir, ma'am.
You've done more than your share of fighting already, Karlak. If there's one person I would trust to make the most of a longer life, it's you. Of course. It is our way. Just as it is Death's way to meet us along the path, gently oblivious to whatever it is we want. I spent most of my life fighting those who tried to escape their end. Ketheric, Irenicus, Sarevok. That is not company I would like to keep. In truth, I had put this ritual from my mind. Until last light. trapped in that darkness, I turned to my research again. What if I was a little stronger? As fast as I once had been. Then you came and made the question moot. But I kept this, just in case, I told myself. A final resort. Perhaps you were not the savior you seemed. I had learned better than to think of life as some simple tale after all. There is no guarantee of happy endings, or true heroes. I believe that still. But when I look on all that we have achieved since, I wonder perhaps it is not heroes we need. Only people who are willing to try. I do not know what manner of story that makes. But I do know that without an ending, it would be no story at all. So I will accept mine, when and however it comes. As for this city story, well, that is entirely your problem now, Cub. Do not thank me for slinging a weight around your neck. I might start to feel bad. I do mean what I say. But I am also a harper. In every honeyed word, there is a hook. But I do not plan on going anywhere just yet. And besides, you still have a tadpole in your skull. You are almost certainly going to die first. Ask it. A gift from my husband. I've had to renew parts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me. Yes?
Soldier.
The work is never done.
Looking ahead.
Oh, come on, Ferdinand. I just trimmed you.
You don't need to watch the door, you know. No one's getting in that
Wish I had a
we
bag of
don't
holding.
want to.
They don't need to get past the door. They could just board it up and burn the place.
True, I suppose. But you have something out there that you didn't in your last house.
Fig.
Fig.
Coming along nicely there, Floki. Good, strong roots.
Commander!
Spare me your salutes, little traitor. You walked me right into that ambush.
Sorry, Commander. You are my commander, but George promised me pies.
Huh. I can't fault your priorities. You'll look after them for me?
Can I have a real sword?
No.
Fine.
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Ah, a surface dweller. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark. The Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you? Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. Once the dust has settled on this whole invading army mess outside the walls, I'll find another contractor. Perhaps they will have more success. Was there anything else? I should really get back to my research. Feel free to explore the lodge. Well met. What can the Society of Brilliance do for you? A wonderful research partnership. I'm sure you'll agree. They are upstairs if you wish to share any theories with them. A most intelligent input. new memberships are on hold for... It does, however, give you plenty of time to prepare your admission thesis. A brisk 30,000 words should be more than sufficient. Was there anything else? I assure you, we are as well provisioned an institution. One must stay humble in order to achieve...
A collection of Underdark delicacies, a salve for the homesick, and food for the intellectually curious.
Oh, well met. I am the Society's leading expert on... Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. I don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly. Eh?
So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to...
My surface-dwelling friend, how long has it been? I am glad to see you well. I see your tadpole remains in its state of suspension. Your case has set us on quite the detour from our planned expedition work. We've thought about very little else. In the field seeking further subjects for study, though it has been gone for longer than I anticipated. After observing the nature of your tadpole, Omeluum went out into the city to seek out further undeveloped infections like you. I admit, I'm somewhat concerned. We are usually sticklers for updating one another on our Omeluum believed the answer to this riddle lay within the... I had the distinct impression it was intentionally keep. Why that would be, I can... Omeluum is most likely safe and well, and simply absorbed in its work. However, it would... Naturally, the Underdark provided us with some most unusual salvage. Plenty to keep an inquiring mind busy. There's a distinctly Netherese taste in this city.
Once I publish my paper, proving that it's just hyena mite infections. To think that I'm brilliant.
The implications of my theory are significant. Even profound.
We should be at home with our loved ones. Look around you.
Peaceful, isn't it?
Peaceful for the moment. For how long?
The only moment you're living in is this one. Worry about the next one when it comes.
That's curious.
Best keep your hands to yourself.
Drab attire, lackluster skin, or, if you are the practical sort, a skeleton would be more accurate. You have good bones, darling. You just need decoration, and you're in the right place. Remember? Welcome back, my darling. Are we feeling rude? Remember?
Not for communal use, it seems. Best keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
My hands lift.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your